Follow the art. Community Center, Sierra Antiquities, Greenfields Park. Oh, we do have deleted user. Is the Amy person the deleted user? Okay, so the names are here. So the last name is Yusuf. Maryam. Adina. Okay, so Adina. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, that makes more sense now. Adina Maryam Yusuf. It's also weird to like click and drag. That's a very computer thing rather than phone thing. Feels like you should just click on it and it would upload, but there we go. Adina, oh, Mary M. Yeah, I don't know. I guess Amy from Maryam? Amy? I don't know, that's weird. Archived link bythewater.web. Ooh, okay, that opened up quite a bit. Oh yeah, her artwork with the Beldam. The Beldam series, 2021 Stone Creek. Copyright Amy 2022. She's on Chimera, but Chimera's, I guess, not in this game. So we're seeing at least the initial start to the Beldam or the Simulacra. I was lost and you sensed my need. I followed your path and you kept me from falling. There is redemption. I will be heard. You need a form, a new body, a new face, a true face. I will do this for you. I will bring you back. Oh, shit. So she tried bringing back the Beldam, and that was the Simulacra. Let's check out this video. Looks really cool. The art looks dope.
It's done. I have no choice. You are the only one who can help me. You were there in my darkest moment. I felt my pain, and I felt yours. I see you all around Stone Creek. In the wind, in the sun, in the rain. I know you never left, keeping watch so that the same betrayal you experienced can never happen again. Our stories are lost in this town. We have both been used and discarded. And you led me to this. In this form, your powers will be unlimited. When you feel lost and all is bleak, beware the Beldam of Stone Creek. Lighten up, don't make a frown, otherwise like her, you will drown. I am you, and you are I. Become the image of fear, become the symbol of pain and sorrow. Let everyone know.
A collection of Amy's thoughts and what led her to summon the Simulacrum. Well, Amy started it. Unlimited power! That's right. Go on. Well, that didn't go so well.
Log, it doesn't matter. I found her. The cause of all of this. Amy. Or should I say Adina? The case is all traced back to her. She was the first one to go missing where the symbol was involved. Her case file mentioned some kind of spell and that the scene looked ritualistic. To be sure, I went back to the studio that used to belong to her. It's long abandoned now, but it matches the descriptions. There's something unsettling here. I can only describe it as residual emotions. Being there makes me feel angry, sad, I did find something else. A piece of paper containing Beldam's rhyme. I think Amy summoned her. She called on the Beldam and it answered. Sorry, I can't seem to find the words to explain all of this. It's bigger than I could ever imagine. This discovery changes everything. For what it's worth, this is not the work of the Beldam. There's something else behind her, and I'm afraid it's much worse. Simulacra. That's what it is. A predator in every sense of the word. They're wretched, conniving things. It's still a simulacra, a follower to its own machinations. There's a pattern. It finds a strong image or digital persona, takes over it, and consumes everything around it. Rinse and repeat. This one has its sights set on us. On Stone Creek. The tragic thing is we're just fodder, the beginning of its reach into the world. Karen helped me piece it together. There are a number of similar incidences that have happened in the past on apps like Spark and Chimera. Their hunting grounds have somehow evolved. The one here, the imposter, deviates from the rest. It's attached itself to our town legend and it's using her to consume Stone Creek. Has the Beldam story been stretched so far from the truth that it's a new persona? Did we help it somehow? Did I? Those who've survived these monsters did it by destroying their personas, their images. The Beldam is impossible to remove. She's a pillar of the town. Her story's tied to our history. We can't just erase her. Maybe we don't have to. I got it. I know what to do. It's a long shot, but I think it will work. The missing aren't coming back. That fact is the same for those of us who are next. But Stone Creek will come back from this. I'll make sure of it. I've been studying the story of the Beldam for many years.
Okay, so basically the guesses were correct in the beginning when we were playing this on day one, which was the fact that the Beldam that we're seeing is actually a simulacra, and that it assumed the sort of, what do I want to say, like the persona of the Beldam, because it was so in the roots of the town, and because that identity was so well known that it could hide through it and utilize it, and people would kind of accept it or fall into it a lot easier. And again, we know that simulacras are manipulators and that they are impersonators and that they're very good at, convincing people and to bend their will to their whim, basically. And so it makes a lot of sense. And it's interesting because they do, if you actually listen to this voice recording, they do talk, or Paul talks about how the Beldam is a simulacra and how the simulacras usually go through digital content. But this one has learned to go through symbols and through art. So somehow it's controlled this piece of art, or many pieces of art, whatever the mural that Amy did, in order to move around and to survive. And because there's so much art, so many on so many different walls in so many different places, it has sort of almost like doors to the city that it can enter through. So it's very interesting. And again, the simulacra usually is through digital means. And potentially what we're being told here is that most likely this simulacra came through Paul's website and through the history and lore of the town and went, how can I utilize this to get what I want? To which then Amy, the artist, was so distraught about everything that the simulacra found its target, especially through Amy's blog. So again, it's a simulacra utilizing technology, but now we're seeing it going beyond technology and surviving through this art figure of the Beldam. So it is quite interesting. And a lot of these stories also tend to hit on, like, what's too far when it comes to privacy online and, the impact of social media on our lives and stuff like that. There's a lot of philosophy that is also built into the storylines. This one, though, is actually more toward gentrification, which is interesting. It's kind of putting a little bit of a backseat onto privacy and onto how technology impacts our lives, except for that bit about Paul's home when we're bouncing back and forth between the cameras, right? And utilizing the different smart items in order to pull the beldam around the house so that Ruby can get out. Other than that, it's mostly been actually about gentrification. And what's also interesting is that we really haven't learned anything about the council. We keep hearing about the council, but we've learned nothing about them. We don't know anything about them. So, I mean, I'm hoping that they actually do come into play, because what's the point otherwise? Like, I feel like they should have been introduced a lot sooner rather than later. And we keep getting told, like, oh, we're getting to the end. This is the end almost. We're almost to the end. So I'm like, well, if this is almost the end, I feel like the council should have been introduced way earlier. And there were other ways of utilizing technology through cameras or whatever, right? Through Paul's phone, in order to learn more about them, or through articles and stuff like that. So it's interesting. I'm really not sure when this ends and where it's going to go for the ending or for endings, because typically the Simulacra series has had multiple endings, most of them bad with one good, and the good one is typically pretty hard to get to. So I'm intrigued. I'm really not sure on where we're going now with this, so we'll see. But I was really hoping for more specifics, because they actually had more specific nods to Simulacra 1 and Simulacra 2. And I really liked it. I even mentioned it when we were doing the playthrough on Twitch, because I was like, it adds a really nice layer. It adds a very, very nice layer to show that this was all one world. This is all happening around the same time. And again, all these people, all these lives are all interconnected in multiple ways. Via social media and online, via just being near each other, city via city, whatever it may be, right? It's like a domino effect. This thing happens, it impacted everyone else. So I really like that, but I'm not really seeing that here. So even though it's happening in the same world, Stone Creek and everything just feels so separate. The story feels, in a way, so separate from the main through line of 1 and 2. So whether that's good or bad, I have no idea. We'll have to see how it leads to the end, but just intriguing. All right, mail. Let's see here. Atlas Jabber integration. Reply with your passphrase to retrieve the program. Should you forget, the icons of Stone Creek will guide you. Ruby. It's true. This started with Amy. That is a really cool piece of artwork, though. I'm not going to lie. She summoned the beldam for revenge. Screw this. Screw all of it. Amy's plan backfired on her. Her posts sound like she was manipulated. The Simulacra answered Amy, not the beldam. Simulacra, beldam, it doesn't make a difference what came through. Amy wanted to punish Stone Creek. She got her wish. This could have been prevented. Paul didn't have to. I digitized the CD, Rook. You need to watch it. Show me. This was on it too.
Hey, Ruby. I don't know how much time I have left. I hope the phone is safely in your hands and you're looking through it as I speak. These beldam hauntings. There's more to it. It's not a ghost or specter. It's more than that. It's something else. It's called a simulacra. It's weird. It's a manifestation of digital personas. I've got some documentation on it, and every manifestation is different. This one derives from the story of the Beldam hauntings, the one that we pass around. A persona that's larger than life, creating a simulacra that's more powerful than anything recorded before. There's no stopping it. But there is a way that we could stop it from harming people. If the simulacra is derived from the stories we tell, maybe we can change the story. If we change the story, will it change the manifestation? I've got a plan and a detailed way to execute it. You need the help of Thomas, Damien, and Karen. I've hidden it inside the phone, and this video is the key to unlocking it. Ruby, you are the voice of Stone Creek. Your disdain for the city is clear, but I hope you can find it in your heart to finish what I started. It's you. It's got to be you. Good luck.
Changing the manifestation, yeah. The menace that is the Simulacra, posing as the Beldam of Stone Creek, is an entity that materializes her legend into reality. The current story of the Beldam is untrue, warped over time and turning her into a malicious spirit. To neutralize the Simulacra, I will change the collective consciousness of the people of Stone Creek regarding the Beldam by revealing her truth using Atlas, that she was a kind and gentle soul who remained at peace till the very end, but she was snuffed out due to fear and bigotry. Hopefully by changing the Beldam story, the Simulacra will have no choice but to follow it. The people. Atlas. Beldam rewrite. Devil. Angel. Ha ha ha. Step 1. Create a backdoor software known as the kill switch that allows an override script to upload multiple instances of the true Beldam. Person of interest, the fixer known as Persephone. Status, done hidden in phone. And Persephone being Damien. Acquire the Atlas override script from Thomas. He is highly protective of this, but he is a reasonable man that can be bought with the right price. Thomas of the Mirror Tech. Pending. Step 3. Seek advice from Karen of Mistress of the Night on how to properly present the true Beldam into a new form. I gave Karen a map on where can we find remnants of the Beldam in its original form, hoping we can use it as a base to start changing the story. Update. I found the earliest interpretation of the Beldam predating anything we have known and hidden it in my phone. The map Karen has will be the key to unlocking it. Karen, the Mistress of the Night, ongoing status. Audio, shall we?
I spoke to several people. Most of them are the elderly, more in touch with the past. I can confirm that the Beldam that we know and fear now is a false narrative, twisted and perpetuated by the loudest and most influential people of this town over many generations. Crap, my blog. No time for that. What is important is that all of them confirm that the true Beldam is a kind and gentle woman who, despite being outed and killed, kept her hopeful nature till her demise. Another thing I can confirm is that records are probably scattered around town, hidden in storage or left forgotten in obscurity, except for one. An old artist lane that was demolished and turned into a junkyard. According to them, a mural of the true Beldam can be found. I found it! A photo of the true Beldam. It's real. If I can get this out to the masses, I can change the narrative, but perhaps even encourage people to dredge the truth out in the open. It's time to use the simulacra's nature against itself. Save Stone Creek. I've locked the photo in my phone for now. I just need to get all the other pieces ready for the protocol. I don't have much time left. Ruby, if you're listening, everything is here. In this phone. Stop this monster. Save Stone Creek.
This stops if we change the Beldam story. A few people knew about his plan. I'm sorry about Paul, Ruby. The Simulacra is using Stone Creek's belief of the Beldam to grow stronger. She's part of our town's history as the villain. Reversing it is impossible. You can't change perception of a centuries-old legend overnight. Wow. What evidence did he have that she was a kind and gentle soul? A few people knew about his plan. I'm sorry about a few people know about his plan. That doesn't really answer, but Damien, Karen, and Thomas. We spoke to them earlier. Why didn't they mention it? Why didn't he ask me? No, not the point. The steps to Paul's plan is extensive. It looks like some tasks are done and some are pending. We don't have all the pieces yet. Yeah, me too. It doesn't feel real. I just keep thinking, I mean, it looked cool. Wasn't great for him, but it looked cool. You know, him getting sucked through the floor. There weren't words I could understand, but it felt like all of him had finally gone. It's time to rewrite history. You'll have to do without me. What? Ever since my run-in with the Beldam, I feel cornered. Someone's watching me. They're close. I'm next, Rook. Where are you? Are you safe? You're just being paranoid. It's too late for me. It doesn't know about you, I think. I'll buy you all the time I can. If it's busy with me, then you can finish what Paul started. I have to go, Rook. Goodbye. I'll speak to Thomas.